Well, good morning. Street. I teach people how to make money from home online. And today I want to give you 5 tips on giving effective Zoom webinar presentations. I think we'd all agree over the last year, communication in business has certainly changed. And today we've gone from in-person presentations to online presentations. And when you're standing in front of people, when you're standing in front of a group, there's different things you can do to create energy in the room, to keep people's attention, to engage with your audience. But we've had to really pivot, we've had to really adapt and learn how to go out and start to communicate effectively and efficiently using Zoom webinar presentations. Good morning, Mark. So what I want to talk to you about today is I want to talk to you about learning how to go out and engaged. Yeah, and engage. So matter of fact, you can drop a comment if you're listening saying, I'm engaged. So I want to talk to you about learning how to go out and engage people as you're doing webinar presentations, Zoom presentations. One thing that you want to do is ask questions. So you want to go out and ask questions as you're doing a presentation. How many of you would agree? Raise your hand if you think this. Let me ask you, what's your thoughts on Mark? Congratulations, you're engaged, buddy. I'm just joking. So ask questions, to add, that it's going to provoke people to answer. If you get somebody to raise their hand, if you get somebody to think about something, if you get somebody to, to take a minute to think, to respond, you're going to start to create that engagement, with people. Here's another thing. Use the comment section. Use the comment section on your webinar. Look, I'm doing it right now as I'm talking to you guys on this Zoom. Sean just put in engaged. Mark just put in engaged. So if you can say different things and you tell people, look, drop a comment in the chat. Use the chat effectively. Drop a comment in the chat. Let me ask you, what do you think the answer of this is? And then when people go out and put an answer, you can actually read their name in the comment section. Hey, Sandy said this. Joanne said this. Janice said this. So again, you want to go out and get people to participate. You want to go out and create engagement. You're right, Joanne. And here's another way to go out and create engagement. One of my favorite books of all time, How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie, he talks about, look, the most important name in somebody's own language is, or the most important word in somebody's language is their own name. So you want to make sure as you're doing presentations, you can look to see who's in the audience, use their name during the presentation. Here's something I've seen, I think we'd agree, we're in the distraction economy right now. And if I'm doing a presentation and I see somebody really isn't paying attention, let's say it's Bob. Hey, Bob, wouldn't you agree with that? And it's interesting. You see Bob, I just, stand right up in his chair because when they hear their name, they pay attention. But as people are listening, as people are paying attention, same thing, use their name. It allows you to communicate better and create that rapport with that person just by going out and using their name. Sometimes people have their cameras off. This is a weird one because you imagine doing a presentation, back in the day when we did them in person, it's not like somebody would have a bag over their head or anything. But on Zoom, sometimes people are, either they're uncomfortable or they're in a place where they, have a lot going on, or who knows what the reason is. But sometimes people have their cameras off. So the people that have their cameras off, you can't make them feel bad about it. I always ask them, hey, are you in a place where you can turn your camera on? And if they don't, that's okay. But with those people, you got to really go out and say their name over and over and over again during the presentation because you have no idea what they're doing. You have no idea what distractions are going on. So the people that have their camera off, like I literally say their name multiple times. And sometimes when I do that, I say their name enough that all of a sudden they actually end up turning their camera on because they see me engaging with them. So they want to engage more with me. So they actually go out and turn their camera on. So guys, here's one last tip I'll give you as well, is learn how to share and stop sharing your screen. So for me, I'll be going through a PowerPoint. I'll go through a couple slides. I'll hit the stop share button. So all of a sudden the PowerPoint is gone and we're in gallery view. And as soon as we pop in a gallery view, people see you looking at them. All of a sudden it's like, whoa, okay, everybody's looking at me. And all of a sudden I see people go from camera off to camera on as soon as I switch it over to gallery view. So those are some of the things that I've learned over the last year to go out and become effective at giving Zoom webinar presentations. But the moral of the story of all these tips is engage. Get people to engage with you. So drop a comment that again that says, I'm engaged. And as you're doing your presentations, use that chat, just like I'm doing right now. So drop a comment, everybody, that says, I am engaged. And with that being said, share today's video if you think these tips can be helpful for other people. Also, I recently launched my own YouTube channel where now this has been 7 months plus consecutively of doing a video like this every single morning, now at 7 a.m. East Coast time, Monday through Friday, and at random times during the weekend. So you can go to YouTube, you can search Jeff Street, you can subscribe, and hear all the different tips that I've done over the last 7 months. So hopefully today's message was effective for people. Hopefully this is something that could help you. Again, hit the share button, drop a comment that says I'm engaged. John, you're welcome, buddy. Appreciate you. Again, my name is Jeff Street. I teach people how to make money from home, online. God bless everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Have a great day, everybody.